Good evening. The reason we're here tonight obviously is to speak about and brief you on an absolutely horrific incident that has occurred in the CBD this afternoon. At approximately 4:41 p.m. this afternoon, a white Suzuki four-wheel drive travelling west in Flinders Street towards the Docklands, a male driving that car has been stationary and then gone out along the tram tracks, driven intentionally, we will allege, through the intersection with Elizabeth Street, colliding with a large number of pedestrians. That vehicle has then collided. The male has been arrested. He's been arrested by an off-duty police officer at the scene. The person driving the car has resisted arrest and been taken into custody after somewhat of a fight between them. As a result of that occurring, there was also another 24-year-old male in close proximity around that time. That 24-year-old male was seen filming the incident with his mobile phone and also had a bag that had possession of some knives in it. That 24-year-old male, was also taken into custody. The offender in this incident, who we're alleging was driving the car, we've reviewed footage and at this stage we're satisfied that he was driving the car without anyone else present at all. He has been taken to hospital as a result of his injuries, as has the police officer. What we do know about the driver of the car, he is a 32-year-old Australian citizen of Afghan descent. He is a person who is known to Victoria Police. He has historical assault matters. He is not currently on any bail or any corrections order or anything of the like, and has a history of drug use as well as mental health issues. We understand, as I said, this still is very early days, that he is on a mental health plan and receiving treatment for a mental illness. We are working through those to clarify that. He is still in custody under arrest for these offences for what we allege is a deliberate act. We don't at this time have any evidence or any intelligence to indicate there's a connection with terrorism, and I just want to reiterate that. At this time we don't have any evidence or intelligence to indicate a connection with terrorism. Having said that, however, we continue to support this investigation with our Counter-Terrorism Command to ensure that there isn't that connection and that there is no ongoing threat. We have no evidence to suggest there is, but from a completeness perspective, that's what we're doing.
What occurred on Flinders Street this afternoon was an act of evil and an act of cowardice. At a time of the year when so many families are celebrating the end of the year, doing their Christmas shopping, making plans for what ought to be a festive season, we have seen an horrific act, an evil act, an act of cowardice perpetrated against innocent bystanders. We are all caught up in this. We are all deeply sad and deeply wounded by this terrible, terrible act. However, it is, again, a source of pride, I think, for all of us to think that strangers came to the aid of people they had never met before, that our police, our firefighters, our ambulance paramedics were there in good time and did their job. That should be a source of pride for them, and I think it's important that we acknowledge that all Victorians are proud of them for the diligent and professional way that they were able to take control of the scene and avoid the potential for further serious injury. There are a number of people, 19 indeed, who have been admitted to hospital, and I'll provide you with a breakdown as to their condition. 15 are in a stable condition, 4 are in a critical condition.